Okay, let's check the answer and have the exam review. For section A, there are only two wrong sentences. They are question 3 and question 4. In question 3, in catabolism means breakdown. The enzyme help to combine, so this is a wrong sentence. And in question 4, premolar can be found in milk teeth. Let's check. For the dental formula of milk teeth is 2102 2102. So no premolar can be found. So question 4 is false. And the other three questions are true sentences. And for multiple choice questions, which of the following substances may contain enzymes? The bit tenderizer, the biological washing powder, and the contact lens cleaner. They are all can be found on your notes page 12. So the answer is D. And most enzymes go strictly to the answer, protein. Which of the following cannot be found? Cannot. In the pulp cavity. Nerve, living cells, and blood vessel can be found in the pulp cavity, so C is the answer. Go to question 4. Also, which of the following should not be considered as part of the alimentary canal? Ileum, duodenum, and cecum are part of the alimentary canal, but not larynx. So the answer is A. Again, which of the following events does not occur in stomach? A, B, and C are the functions of stomach, and D cannot be found in stomach. Okay, for section C, fill in the blank, vocabularies are provided, so it's quite simple. Number 1 is injection. And number 2, we can find enzyme in step 2. So number 2 is digestion. For number 3, only absorption is accepted because we can find in the diagram only the substance from alimentary canal entering the body. So no assimilation can be found, but absorption. And for number 4 is ejection. Next is the structure of the alimentary canals and also the organs in digestive system. A is esophagus. And come next is C, stomach. And B is the liver. And we can find D is ileum. For E, some wrote that it is anus. However, it should be rectum. Anus is the last part of the alimentary canal. It's the exit. So E is rectum, but not anus. And you did quite well in question 3 and question 4. For W is incisor, and X is canine, Y is premolar, and Z is molar. For question 4, the structure of a tooth. The outermost part A is enamel. And next is the dentine. And we can find nerve and blood vessel in C, the pulp cavity. For D, we did it in the exercise but not in the quiz. D is gum. And E is cement. And to compare saliva and gastric juice, saliva produced by salivary glands, and we can find amylase in saliva. And some of you, it should be specific to emphasize the breakdown of starch to maltose for saliva. And for gastric juice is produced by stomach. And the enzyme found in gastric juice is pepsin. The function of pepsin is breakdown of protein into peptide. For section D, the long question, you should study the questions carefully. 1A is talking about the dental formula of permanent teeth. So, upper jaw, don't forget the lower jaw. And the total number of teeth for the permanent teeth is 2 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3 times 2, upper jaw and lower jaw, and times 2, left part and right part. So the total number is 32. And the dental formula of milk teeth is 2102 and 2102. Again, simple calculation. Upper jaw and lower jaw, and right part and left part. And the total number is 20. For question 2, the importance of peristalsis. It pushes food along the esophagus and help mix the food with digestive juice is the first importance. And next, peristalsis can increase the contact between the wall of alimentary canal and digestive food to facilitate, because of digestive food, so facilitate absorption. For question 3, it's very similar to the DSE question. We can find before the reaction, we can find P and Q. And after the reaction, we can find RST. And P and R are the same. So P and R are the enzyme. And Q can be found before the reaction, but not after the reaction. So Q is substrate, while S and T are the products. To draw the enzyme substrate complex, you may draw the enzyme first, that is P. Followed by the substrate, Q. Some of you may have a straight line across Q. However, this will show the product, not the enzyme substrate complex, so the straight line can be omitted. With reference to the above figure, state one property of P. For P is the enzyme. We can find 5 properties. However, not 5 of them are the correct answer. Only the property shown in the figure, that is, enzyme can be reused. Why? Because we can find P and R are the same. Or you may say enzyme property is specific. Why? Because we find that P has the active site. That can combine with Q. No any other places. For question 4, for this experiment, you can find in Google Classroom, experiment 2.1 is pig liver where we can find catalase, the enzyme, that can break down hydrogen peroxide into water and oxygen. Oxygen is the product. By finding the volume of oxygen released, the result, we can find the activity of the enzyme. More oxygen produced, more active the enzyme. And this experiment was conducted in 5 different temperatures. Let's see question A. Question A is talking about tube P. The experiment is under 0 degrees Celsius. So at 0 degrees Celsius, or you may say low temperature, the catalase, the enzyme, become inactive. And the reaction rate is very low and no oxygen was released. For question B, what happened when temperature increases? When temperature increases, the molecule will have more kinetic energy and collide more frequently, then lead to a higher chance to form an enzyme-substrate complex. However, in tube T, the temperature is 80 degrees Celsius. Temperature is too high. When the temperature is too high, the enzyme will denature, or the shape of the active site change. It no longer combined with the substrate. Because the active site change, then the reaction will stop. No oxygen released. You may find 4 points. Any 3 can score 6 marks. And the last question is talking about the presence of oxygen. How can we test for the presence of oxygen? It's a Form 2IS question. We can use a glowing spin. If there is oxygen, the glowing spin will relight. And that's all for your exam review.